Right now, both sides of an abortion debate made their voices heard at the Capitol yesterday. Good morning and welcome to News 3 Now this morning. I'm Julian Seawright filling in for Taylor Lazenby today, and we're going to take a quick look at our weather. Starting off this morning, we did see some light showers around Dane County, but it's starting to push its way east as we're looking at a system that brought in some showers and some thunderstorms, pushing its way into the northeastern section of southern Wisconsin. As we can take a look, we're going to be going throughout today, still holding on to a lot of clouds for us. May see still some breaks of that sunshine, but for the most part, it's going to be very cloudy throughout our morning hours. Heading into the afternoon, still looking at isolated showers. Not going to be looking for a super soaked type of day, but still enough showers to just bring in and keep things on the damper side throughout our afternoon. As we go into tonight, the cloud cover is going to begin to break. Still could see some pop-up showers around Dane County and near Janesville. As we go into the overnight hours, we're looking for that to pretty much clear up and starting our Monday morning off with some quieter conditions. Now, in terms of any kind of accumulation for precipitation, it's mainly going to be into the east. Everywhere else, we're not really looking for much measurable rainfall for us as we're going in throughout the rest of today. But the three things we'll need to know taking away from this, we're looking at showers and dry periods throughout much of today. So you may want to hold on to maybe an umbrella or just bring in some rain gear just in case. But for the most part, we're looking for back and forth of on and off showers throughout the rest of the day. And on top of that, we're looking for above average temperatures going into next week with highs in the 70s. And then we're still looking at some dry trends as little rain chances head into next week. And as we take a look at our current conditions as of right now, cloudy, 65 degrees, and feeling with 62 degrees of dew points. So the humidity is definitely noticeable. Now, as we go ahead and check it out, police in Fitchburg are investigating an apparent murder after a 62-year-old man was found bleeding from stab wounds Saturday morning. Officers say this happened in an apartment building in the 2000 block of the Greenway Cross. The man was taken to the hospital where he died. Police believe the victim and the suspect knew each other, but no one is in custody. Now, this is the second homicide in Fitchburg this week. The first was on Tuesday night when a 15-year-old shot and killed an 11-year-old girl. The 15-year-old has since been released back to his family. When the Supreme Court begins a brand new term on Monday, one of the biggest issues on the docket will be abortion rights. Just yesterday, the Biden administration urged a federal judge to block Texas' new law which bans most abortions in the state. But that's just one of a series of cases that will give the Supreme Court the choice to uphold or overrule Roe v. Wade. And that's why right here in Madison, those from both pro-life and pro-choice groups are trying to make their voices heard, with thousands attending rallies for each cause at the state capitol. Adam Duxter shares the points both sides are making tonight.
A group of hundreds from all across Wisconsin met at the top of the Capitol steps for patriotic songs and a message.
It's really a celebration of life, a demand for an end to abortion. We believe in the beauty of human dignity and the preciousness of every human life.
Anna Demuse of Pro-Life Wisconsin says for her and the others in attendance today, it's about representing those who can't speak for themselves.
I'm hoping that people will come together and be unified and know that there are pro-life voices out here that really want to see an end to abortion and uphold the dignity of the human person.
And just a few blocks down State Street, a pro-choice protest demanding lawmakers keep bans off of bodies marched for the right to have the right to choose.
It's not good enough to just say that abortion is legal. We have to make it accessible and we have to make it affordable. And that's what the state legislatures are eating away at.
Made up of a number of Wisconsin groups, those in this march say what happened with abortion laws in Texas is wrong and say it's not just about protecting abortion rights for all, but also expanding the conversation to protecting everyone when it comes to reproductive health.
It's the right to raise babies in places that we feel are safe. It's the right to exist in places that we feel are safe. It's the right to having equal access to good sex education and to contraceptives and everything that's been denied to us.
In Madison, Adam Duxter, News 3 Now.
There were an estimated 600 marches across the country today. Listen to why one marcher in New York City joined in.
I'm a nurse, I'm a mother, I'm a voter, and I just have, at my age group, I'm over 60, so I remember how it was. I'm amazed that we're still fighting for this, but we can't give up.
And the biggest reproductive rights march in the country on Saturday was in Washington, D.C., and Saturday's rallies were organized by more than 90 groups, including Planned Parenthood and the Center for American Progress. New at 10, News 3 Now has learned that SSM Health is ending its midwife program at the end of the year. According to an email sent by SSM System, patient care will move from the midwifery team to OBGYN providers. Leaders say it's due to an inability to keep the program going. The change is set to go into effect December 31st.
We have so many people to thank, starting with all the football players and the commitment they made to us. To all the people in the athletic department for their commitment. And last but not least, to the greatest fans in college football.
Barry Alvarez had his day at Camp Randall Stadium on Saturday. UW's longtime football coach and athletic director was honored during halftime. He retired from the school back in June. Among those in attendance at yesterday's ceremony was Donna Shalala, who hired Alvarez when she was chancellor in 1990. Next season, the field at Camp Randall will be renamed Barry Alvarez Field. Check your lotto tickets. Last night's Powerball drawing is the 10th largest in lottery history. At $635 million, the Powerball has been growing since early June, when someone in Florida won $285 million. Since then, there's been 39 drawings without a winner. The odds of winning the jackpot are 1 in 292 million. But if you played, last night's numbers were 28, 38, 42, 47, 52. And here's a live look outside for your Saturday morning forecast. It's coming up next because we do have some showers that are in the forecast.
No more Freon for your AC. Oh no, the homeowner's called Action Man and his action team.
Call out Action Plumbing, Heating, and Electric at iwantactionnow.com.
That an apple a day keeps the doctor away, but you still need to see your dentist because getting good dental care is important to your overall health. You know dental bills can take a big bite out of your budget, especially if you're retired or on Medicare. Even a simple cleaning can cost $200. And other procedures like crowns and root canals can cost hundreds, even thousands more. But affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company can help. Give us a call or go online for this free information kit with all the details. This isn't just a discount plan. This is real dental insurance that can help pay for over 350 covered procedures like cleanings, fillings, crowns, even dentures. There are no deductibles, no annual maximum, and you can see any dentist you like. So don't wait. Call now or go online for your free information kit from Physicians Mutual.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
At U.S. Cellular, we know the local landscape, so we can help everyone stay connected for less. And less also means more, as in more choice. While the other guys may limit your options, at U.S. Cellular, you choose any phone and we make it free. That's right. Visit our store and any phone you see is free. Plus, get unlimited data for $30 a month and get the most out of our state-of-the-art network, wherever you choose to go. U.S. Cellular, America's locally grown wireless.
You've heard the saying, if it looks like bacon and it tastes like sausage, it's probably Johnsonville sausage strips. Oh, you never heard that? Well, sausage strips are pretty new. They're strips of sausage in amazing flavors like maple and chorizo. You can find this meaty miracle by the bacon, even though it's sausage.
Whoa. This is Ford Truck Month. Time to Take a ride in the all-new 2021 Ford F-150 with an available 12-inch touchscreen, an available interior work surface, and for powerful performance on demand, a class-exclusive available Pro-Power onboard mobile generator. These are America's best-selling trucks. This is Ford Truck Month. Inventory levels are coming back up, making Truck Month the time to get an F-150 with 0 for 72 and 1,000 retail order bonus.
Welcome back, everyone, and good morning. We're going to be taking a look at our weather. Starting off as of right now, we have those showers still trying to make their way into the eastern parts of Dane County, but it's pushing into northeastern set of southern Wisconsin for us as this small system is still bringing in some isolated thunderstorms, but the showers are pretty much clearing up as we're going into the rest of the morning hours. But we are going to be expecting to see another round of some pop-up showers throughout the early part of our morning hours. Still dealing with plenty of cloud cover, even though the sun is trying to peek through as I speak. But we're going into the afternoon hours and going into this evening, still looking at some pop-up showers, especially near Lone Rock and Mineral Point, that will try to leak its way into Dane County, especially as we go into tonight. Is where we're going to be looking at chances of seeing some pop-up showers or even some thunderstorms as we go into tonight. Now into the overnight hours, we'll look at those showers start to clear off as we're having those northerly winds, bringing in some more cooler air for us as we get into our Monday morning. More quiet conditions as the cloud cover begins to break. Now, in terms of precipitation, we're really looking for the eastern side of southern Wisconsin to be seeing much of the precipitation accumulation for us, because everywhere else, we're not really looking for much measurable rainfall at all, but everywhere into the east is where we're going to be keeping our eye on. But the three things we need to know is that we are looking for on and off showers throughout today. Going to be looking at plenty of dry periods and plenty of periods where we're going to be seeing a couple light rainfall. But then as we go into next week, some things we'll need to know as well is that we're looking at still above average temperatures. Mild conditions with temperatures into those 70s throughout much of next week. So we're still not feeling quite like fall or even like October. And then we're looking at dry conditions as well, as we're not looking at a whole lot of rain chances as we go into next week. But as we're waking up this morning, our current conditions right now, 65, still dealing with that blanket of cloud cover with dew points at 62 degrees here in Madison. Now, as we take a look at our temperatures for the next 12 hours, we're going to be seeing us rise into the 71, but it's still not going to be looking much further. We're holding on to more mild conditions as we go in throughout the rest of our Sunday, and still not going to be feeling much like fall for us at all today. Then as we get into our highs, looking around 71 degrees, still looking for a light breeze too from northwest at 8 to 15 miles per hour. Mostly cloudy conditions. We will be seeing some scattered showers throughout the course of the day. And as I mentioned, in terms of those rain chances for the next 10 days, look for next weekend to be the best chance for us to see some more rainfall once again. Could be seeing some on Thursday. It can't rule out Monday, but for Tuesday and Wednesday, we're looking for more dry conditions for us, especially as we go throughout the next few days. Now, on top of that, in terms of our temperatures, we're going to be looking for Monday to be the coolest one as of right now. Then we're going into the next week, still holding on to more mild temperatures. 70s will be still sticking around for us as we're looking at plenty of sunshine for Tuesday and Wednesday. Then we could be seeing more development of some cloud cover, giving us some chances of seeing some rainfall as we head into next weekend, but we're still not quite yet ready to get into that fall-like weather as we're still holding on to more mild conditions for the next few days. And as we switch gears, leaves are falling across the state, and 2 local organizations have teamed up to use the opportunity to educate kids about their environment while also encouraging reading. Yesterday, Friends of Middleton's Pheasant Branch Conservancy partnered with the Madison Reading Project, hosting a book and nature event at the Block Community Forest. Kids and their families were invited to the forest for free books, nature tours, and ice cream.
This is a great opportunity to get kids outside and getting exercise and fresh air.
Saturday's event drew in a crowd of over 100 kids and their families, distributing over 135 books. And right now, teachers and staff in the Madison School District now have less than a month to show proof of full vaccination. Plus, former President Trump wants to get back on Twitter. Just ahead on News 3 Now this morning.
The Packers battle the Steelers Sunday at 3:25.
At Pick and Save, we know that the slower a banana ripens, the longer it stays fresh. So we keep things fresher than fresh by ripening them slowly.
Bananas,
If your credit card debt is out of control, If you're in over your head in monthly payments, there's a secret the credit card companies don't want you to know. If you have more than $10,000 in credit card debt, you have the right to let us settle that debt for a fraction of what you owe. That's bad news for the credit card companies, but it's great news for you. We're Credit Associates, and we're offering you free information on how to completely resolve your credit card debt with a monthly payment you can afford. To see how much you could save, call now. 1-800-914-7929. Don't declare bankruptcy. Don't consolidate. Give us 10 minutes and we could save you thousands. After all, we depend on your success and offer a guarantee so there's no risk to call. Credit Associates. Live better, debt-free. We'll even show you how to use your stimulus money to jumpstart our services and get you debt-free faster than you ever thought possible. Call Credit Associates now to see how much you could save for free. Call 1-800-914-7929.
USAA is made for the safe pilots. For Mac, who can come to a stop with barely a bobble. Lucia, who announces her intentions even if no one's there. And Sergeant Moore, who leaves room for her room. With USAA Safe Pilot, when you drive safe, you can save up to 30% on your auto insurance. Get a quote and start saving. USAA, what you're made of, we're made for.
Skilled trade workers are the backbone of every community, and also the Army National Guard. Soldiers get paid training to keep the power flowing, engines running, and supplies moving. Army National Guard soldiers are learning skills that can set them up for success with companies looking to hire the best.
The Army National Guard basically built my resume for me.
Find out how you can learn a trade and serve part-time for your community and country by visiting nationalguard.com.
How do we make sure Pick and Save food is fresh? We put sensors on our coolers, and if something changes, we drop whatever we're doing to take care of it. That way, we can make sure Pick and Save food isn't just fresh, it's fresher than fresh.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Welcome back, everyone. We're going to take a quick look at that rain that we've been tracking this morning. It's still continuing to push itself northeast out of Dane County. Some areas could still be seeing some very light rainfall for us, but for the most part, we're waking up to some cloudy conditions and relatively just a little damp on the ground, but not too much rain as of right now, especially not at the airport here in Madison. 65 degrees, and we can feel a bit of that humidity as well. As we're planning out the rest of today, expect the rest of this morning to be mostly on the cloudy side. We can't rule out the chance of seeing a stray isolated light rain shower, but really the rain we're going to be seeing will be hanging into later on to this afternoon, heading towards dinner time. So our takeaway for today, we're looking for mostly cloudy conditions, a high of 71 degrees, a little bit of a breeze, but we're still seeing some scattered showers that we're going to be tracking throughout the rest of today. But we'll talk more about this coming up in a few moments. And as we take a look, a key member of the White House is in Italy today ahead of next month's Global Climate Summit. Speaking to reporters, climate envoy John Kerry says the world can still move toward its goals on reducing emissions.
This is doable. The bottom line is, folks, that as we stand here today, we believe we can make enormous progress in Glasgow, moving rapidly towards the new goals that the science is telling us we must achieve.
During today's visit, Kerry also pledged the U.S. will decarbonize ground transport and shift to electric vehicles by the year 2030. And former President Trump wants to get back on Twitter. Trump asked a federal judge yesterday to restore his account. His attorneys say Twitter's decision to ban him is dangerous to, quote, open democratic debate. He was indefinitely suspended from Twitter on January 8th, 2 days after encouraging violence during the riots at the U.S. Capitol. And topping our virus headlines, teachers and staff in the Madison School District now have less than a month to show proof of full vaccination. SSM Health hosted a mobile vaccine clinic for them yesterday. Staff have to be fully vaccinated by November 1st. The district will host another clinic on October 22nd. That clinic will also be open to the public. And Dane County's current mask order is set to expire next week, and public health won't say for certain if another mandate is coming after that. But they did give us some information about what could decide that, and it includes COVID transmission rates. You can learn more about the metrics they're going to be looking at and all of the latest COVID headlines by downloading our Channel 3000 News app in the App Store. In another news, thousands of protesters marched at rallies across the country Saturday, decrying Texas' tough new restrictions on most abortions. CBS's Nicole Killian reports.
Thousands descended on the nation's capital for a rally on abortion justice. In the crowd, 9-year-old Alexis Brennan.
Why did you want to come?
Because I feel it's important that women have rights.
At the Supreme Court, riot police stood between protesters for and against abortion rights.
The restrictions that are being forced on women and are being discussed right now are unconscionable.
If we're really marching for women's rights, we shouldn't exclude the preborn from that.
The face-off followed a day of demonstrations that began near the White House.
Abortion is health care.
Nancy Travers says she had one in her 20s and supports a woman's right to choose.
But how hard of a decision was that for you?
I never considered raising the child myself because I just couldn't.
Around 600 events were held around the country, from D.C. to Texas, to protest that state's new heartbeat law, which bans most abortions at approximately 6 weeks. And to take a stand ahead of a critical case before the High Court this fall involving a similar ban in Mississippi.
We're actually reaching a time and place where this is going to become a reality, that abortion will be illegal.
The court will hear the Mississippi case in December, and it will be watched closely by both sides, given the implications it could have on Roe versus Wade. Nicole Killian, CBS News, the Supreme Court.
And there's a half hour of news still ahead here on News 3 this morning, Sunday. Next, we're running through the morning's top stories. And the Postal Service is looking to hire people in our area for some immediate openings. We'll be right back after the break.
Advanced non-small cell lung cancer can change everything, but your first treatment could be a chemo-free combination of 2 immunotherapies that works differently. It could mean a chance to live longer. Opdivo plus Yervoy is for adults newly diagnosed with non-small cell lung cancer that is spread, tests positive for PD-L1, and does not have an abnormal EGFR or ALK gene. It's the only FDA-approved combination of 2 immunotherapies. Opdivo plus Yervoy equals a chance for more time together, more family time, more quiet time. Opdivo and Yervoy can cause your immune system to harm healthy parts of your body during and after treatment. These problems can be severe and lead to death. See your doctor right away if you have a cough, chest pain, shortness of breath, irregular heartbeat, diarrhea, constipation, severe stomach pain, nausea or vomiting, dizziness, fainting, eye problems, extreme tiredness, change in appetite, thirst or urine, rash, itching, confusion, memory problems, muscle pain or weakness, joint pain, flushing or fever. These are not all the possible side effects. Problems can occur together and more often when Opdivo is used with Yervoy. Tell your doctor about all medical conditions, including immune or nervous system problems, if you've had or plan to have an organ or stem cell transplant or received chest radiation. Here's to a chance to live longer. Ask your doctor about chemo-free Opdivo plus Yervoy. Thank you to all those in our clinical trials.
One call, that's all. That mean they gonna take care of business, man.
Una llamada fue todo.
Gruber Law Offices, una llamada y es todo.
One call, that's all.
Una llamada es todo.
Una llamada a la firma de abogados Gruber es lo máximo.
One call, that's all. That's all it took, and I thank them.
Gruber in Law Office, jeden poziv rješava vaše probleme.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
When searching for your dream home, it's important to figure out what style of home you like. Victorian, cottage, Tudor. It's also important to protect your home and all the dreams that come with it. When looking for your dream home, keep in mind good things come in pairs, like dual sinks, Jonathan and me, and pairing your home and auto insurance, which can get you one step closer to achieving your dream. Pretty sure people call it bundling. Bundle your home and auto insurance and save up to 28%. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
American Family Insurance.
Coats for Kids needs kid-sized winter coats.
At least 6,000 of them to make sure every child in our area stays warm.
Please help us reach our goal.
Donate gently used kid-sized winter coats to Clinky Cleaners.
They'll be cleaned and sent to the Community Action Coalition for distribution.
Don't have a kid's coat to give? Go to Channel 3000 and use the Amazon wish list to donate.
Track our progress on News 3 Now and Magic 98. Then donate to Coats for Kids.
Right now, the suicide rate among veterans in America is at an all-time high. What one man is doing to change that. Good morning and welcome to News 3 Now this morning. I'm Julian Seawright filling in for Taylor, and we're going to take a look at our weather as of right now. Starting off with the forecast, we did see some showers around Dane County early this morning, but it's starting to push its way northeast, and as we're tracking these showers, we're also seeing some storms starting to blow up as they're pushing their way into the Green Bay area. So for those who are wishing to go see the Packers take on the Steelers this evening, we are going to be seeing some showers in the forecast, so make sure you have your rain gear nearby or at least on hand. And for us here in southern Wisconsin, as we go throughout the rest of the morning, we're still going to be dealing with plenty of cloud cover. And on top of that, still could be seeing some showers that'll look to dissipate as we head into the afternoon hours. Then as we get into the later part of the afternoon, especially before kickoff for Green Bay, we're going to still see some isolated showers around southern Wisconsin that look to dissipate once again as we're going into the rest of this evening hours, looking at clearing into our cloud cover as we go into the overnight, making our morning for Monday a bit better for us and more quiet as cooler conditions roll through. Now, in terms of precipitation, however, is going to be mostly into the eastern side of southern Wisconsin. Near Waukesha is where we're going to be looking at the heaviest of rainfall precipitation, but for everywhere else, not a whole lot of measurable rainfall for us this morning. Now, our takeaways. 3 things we'll need to know is that we're looking at showers and dry periods throughout the course of our Sunday. Then as we head into the new week, we are looking for more mild temperatures as above average with highs in 70s will be sticking around, and we're looking for little rain chances next week as well. We'll talk more about this coming up in a few moments, but until then, police in Fitchburg are investigating an apparent murder after a 62-year-old man was found bleeding from stab wounds early Saturday morning. Officers say this happened in an apartment building in the 2000 block of Greenway Cross. The man was taken to a hospital where he died. Police believe the victim and the suspect knew each other, but no one is in custody. Now, this is the second homicide in Fitchburg this week. The first was on Tuesday night when a 15-year-old shot and killed an 11-year-old girl. That 15-year-old has since been released to his family. It was another tough day at Camp Randall as the Badgers get blown out by Michigan and lose starting quarterback Graham Mertz to an injury in the process. Second week in a row that the Wisconsin Badgers has gotten blown out by a ranked team, and the message ahead of Michigan was to stay together so they could get back on track. Badgers return to Camp Randall for another matchup with a ranked opponent, Michigan. The game got off to a rocky start for Wisconsin, but then the game got away from them later on, as the Badgers, especially after Mertz goes down with an injury, leaving the game, along with Jake Ferguson. In neither return, Michigan blows past Wisconsin, winning 38-17.
You want to do everything you can to help them have success, and when it doesn't happen, I look inwardly, and what is it that I have to do better? And I've got no problem people that want to about me, right? Because this is my job. You know, this is where I'm at. I want to take it, not project it on the kids.
Continuing our coverage, President Biden is staying positive as negotiations over 2 of his massive spending bills stall in Congress. Here's what Biden said to reporters Saturday as he left the White House for Delaware.
There is no reason why both these bills couldn't pass independently, except that they're not the votes to do it that way. It's a simple proposition. And so I think it makes sense. I support both of them, and I think we can get them both done.
The president says he plans to travel the country next week in an effort to get some momentum for his plan. Meanwhile, more than 4,000 federal employees are still employed after the Senate passed a resolution Saturday afternoon. The vote extended highway funding for 30 days. Funding was set to expire at midnight, and the resolution passed the House late last night. This vote was not part of the spending bills. And the Postal Service is looking to hire people in our area for some immediate opportunities and openings. The USPS hosted a job fair yesterday near the Capitol Square, and officials say they're preparing for another busy holiday season, and online shopping is only creating more opportunities.
We really set people up for a great career path. We have
over 2,000 jobs in the Postal Service. So you may start out your career as a clerk or a carrier and end up in sales or IT department or marketing, finance. We have so many options for employees.
Most of the job openings start with at least $18 per hour. You can learn more about career opportunities by going to USPS's website. And we're learning just how difficult it is for Afghan refugees staying in Wisconsin to become U.S. citizen. Professor Aaron Barbado is volunteering with the U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops. They've provided legal advice on site at Fort McCoy. Many of the refugees hoped there would qualify for asylum, but in its current backlogged form, it can take years. And right now for that process to complete, even for those who qualify for special immigrant visas, the process is still long, complicated, and challenging.
With people who have suffered trauma and have been evacuated from their country and left the only life that they've known, oftentimes we don't have all of the information that they need, especially in the status of people from Afghanistan right now, because there's a lot of gray area in what their pathways will be to citizenship and whether there really will be a pathway to citizenship for them.
Join our Naomi Coles later this morning on For the Record for her complete conversation with Professor Barbado and the challenges refugees will face. That's at 10:30, right after Face the Nation. The suicide rate among veterans in America is 1.5 times higher than that of non-veterans. And in 2019, an average of about 17 veterans a day committed suicide. One man in Edgerton is hoping to do something about it. Talil Muladeen shares his story.
Who doesn't like cars? Who doesn't like bikes?
Vintage cars, race bikes, and even a bounce house for the little ones. That's the setup at Boomfest in Edgerton.
It's what we do in the summer. We go to car shows. 34 Plymouth Coupe. Bought it a couple years ago. Love the car. I'll never get rid of it.
Jonathan Stenell has been a car guy for more than 30 years, and he says it's the sense of accomplishment and a job well done that keeps him going.
When you start and everything's dirty and you get done and it's sparkling clean and you go to a car show and you get compliments on the car, oh yeah, it makes you feel fantastic.
But for Stenell and everyone else here, today is about more than just having a good time. It's also about raising awareness for a cause that's near and dear to so many.
They give us our freedom. They fought for our right to be free. And if nobody fights for it, then we have nothing.
They fought for us, so now organizer Chad Green wants to fight for them by looking after their mental well-being.
I do things like this to bring everybody out and to feel good is the bottom line. Good enough to where maybe you don't want to go hurt yourself.
A veteran himself, Green is raising money for veteran suicide awareness and prevention.
I've been in close relations with veterans that have taken their own lives. It changes everything because it didn't have to happen.
Hoping his work today will make a difference.
Got to have the community be able to reach out and know how to reach out. Just ask them, hey, are you feeling all right? You thinking about hurting yourself? It's okay to ask those questions. A lot of people don't know that.
Green says he has another planned event in February out on the ice to help veterans battle the depression that comes with cold weather. And we're headed into the final week of our Coats for Kids collection. We are so grateful for the donations that have come in, but would still like to get closer to our goal. We're currently at slightly more than 2,100, and if you have a child-sized winter coat that's not being used or has outgrown, please consider donating it. We're looking for infant sizes all the way up to teen sizes. And coming up, flags across the U.S. will fly at half-staff today. Plus, 1 in 9 Americans are currently living with Alzheimer's. The latest research being done right here in Madison.
Your pipes need to loosen up. Your furnace needs to chill out. No more Freon for your AC. You don't need a working ceiling fan. Nothing can stop me from causing problems in your home. Oh no, the homeowner's called Action Man and his action team.
That's right, Pesky. Your problems are plunged.
Call on Action Plumbing, Heating, and Electric at iwantactionnow.com.
This is Iowa. We just haven't been properly introduced. Say hello to the place where rolling hills meets low bills, where our fields, inside and out, are always growing, and where the fun is just getting started. This is Iowa. So,
trapped by your expensive cell phone plan? Here's the key. Switch to Consumer Cellular. Keep your phone and number with the same great coverage as the big carriers. Escape to a no-contract $20 a month plan with talk, text, and data. It's easy to connect. With our award-winning customer support team, no sleight of hand is required. Call, go online, or visit Target to get your new SIM card or phone today.
Dawn Antibacterial cuts through tough grease with 50% less scrubbing. It also removes 99% of bacteria from your hands. Dawn Antibacterial. An easy way to clean your dishes, a smart way to wash your hands.
This is what freedom sounds like. And this is what freedom smells like. Enjoy 30 days of open road freshness. Febreze Car.
It's a fact. We use our internet and TV more than ever, with most of us spending nearly 7 hours a day online. So it's no wonder thousands of families are switching to Spectrum, because most families have up to 8 connected devices, which means they need even more speed. Switch to Spectrum Internet and get the fastest starting speeds for the price. 200 megabits for just $44.99 a month, with a free modem and free security suite included. Call 833-546-4499. When it comes to TV, we're watching more than ever. In fact, 80% of us watch TV every day. Spectrum TV lets you catch all your favorite sports, news, and more live. Plus, download the free Spectrum TV app and watch on your devices. Switch to Spectrum TV from $44.99 a month. Call 833-546-4499. The fact is, Spectrum has the best services at the best price. Switch to Spectrum Internet and TV from $44.99 a month each with no contracts. We'll even buy out your current contract. Call 833-546-4499.
Welcome back this morning. We're going to keep an eye on those showers for us as they are continuing to push their way northeast, heading into the Green Bay area. For those who are heading to Lambeau Field, expect some showers and possibly even some scattered thunderstorms as they're heading into game time for this afternoon. But for us, we're looking to be drying out here in southern Wisconsin, especially in Dane County, as we continue throughout the rest of the morning, as the sun is trying to peek through that cloud cover this morning. It's 65 degrees right now here in Madison, with dew points at 62, feeling a little bit on the muggier side this morning, and it's definitely a little damp as you're waking up. But planning out the rest of the day, especially for this morning, you might see an isolated rain shower, a light one at that. But other than that, we're looking at cloud cover to really stick around, even possibly even some sun start to peek through as we get into the afternoon hours. But our takeaways, our high will be around 71 degrees, folks, and mostly cloudy conditions. We'll talk more about this coming up in a few moments. But for right now, flags across the U.S. will fly at half staff today, and it's part of an order from President Biden to honor firefighters and first responders who have died in the line of duty. Today also marks the beginning of Fire Prevention Week, and you can take part in Fire Prevention Week events today.